What up, YouTube? It's your boy GGJ Fly Guy here with a RC with an announcement. First off, I'm going to apologize. This video has been a long time coming. I was supposed to make this announcement a week or so ago, but I took ill. Still not 100%. I'm going through another week of treatment before my doctor decides whether or not I'm going to have surgery or not. So I want to go ahead and get this video out before that happens. If I do happen to have surgery, it's going to take me out of the RC game running for a while. But this part of it I can still work on. I'll still be able to work on because I won't need to be up on my feet to do it. But anyway, what I'm about to announce, before I get into this, first I want to say mad props to all of the guys that started the RC speedrun game. You guys know who you are, the veterans: Raw Steel, Draven, Break and Win, John Racer X, who's not in it anymore, and a few other cats. You guys all know who you are. Mad props to you guys. Got out there, did your thing, built the RCs, ran them, showed us guys getting into it, how to get it done, that it can be done anyway. Maybe not exactly how to get it done, but you guys paved the path and got a lot of us interested in it. I know for me, my choice of the DM1 was strictly because of Break and Win, watching his videos and seeing that the car was solid and it was something different. He was at the time the only person actually on that I could find on YouTube doing speed runs with the DM1. There are a lot of guys that have since joined, but if you go back and check, the earliest videos of a DM1 doing a speed run was his. Then, you know, you got Raw Steel out there hitting with his RCs, the GTV 2E. One of the first people that I saw hit 100 with the GTV 2E. I'm not sure if John Racer X was one of the people that started with the GTP. I do know he had some really high numbers with the GTP. And just those guys that paved the way. With that said, I got to thinking the other day, a few weeks ago, about this whole 100-mile-an-hour game. What I'm about to say, because it's going to offend some people, sorry. I was always taught if you throw a rock in a pack of dogs, the one that yelps the loudest is the one that you hit. If I offend anybody, it's not my intention. But what I'm about to say, you guys all, if you look at it, and if you look at it honestly and openly, is the God's honest truth. There are a lot of guys out there claiming the 100-mile-an-hour club. My car does this, my car does that. I even had a cat call me personally and try to sell me a rustler that he claims was a 100-mile-an-hour rustler. Oh, it'll do 100 miles an hour. Send me pictures of it and everything. And it was pretty, but he had no proof. I said, hey, well, where's the video? Show me some video. You know, if I don't buy it, at least, you know, I may refer it to some of my friends that may want to buy it. But they're going to want to know it's 100 mile an hour. If you're selling it as a 100 mile an hour rustler, they're going to want to see that it can do that. Well, we never got around to the video. He talked about everything but the video. Send me pictures, how pretty it was, what he had on it. And yes, it was pretty, but pretty don't go fast all the time. You guys see it. I run one of the raggedest bodies on the planet. And a lot of you guys are just like me. Pretty doesn't get you speed. All pretty does is looks good on the shelf. And for me, it keeps my wife from yelling at me about having something raggedy, you know, on the shelf in my little work area. So with that said, you know, I got to thinking, talking to a couple people. Back on October the 4th, my last video, I asked the question, what do you guys think is a successful speed run? And I want to thank everybody that answered that. Few people didn't, that I was kind of expecting to. No big deal. I understand why sometimes people don't reply, don't answer. But here's the deal. For me, a successful speed run is you set a goal. You put the car down there. You go from point A to point B. You hit the goal that you set, and it stays on the wheel. On its wheels. Complete it, no flips, no curves, no bumps, no jumps, no rollovers. And then from there, you publish it. Clear and concise. You publish it so we can see it. Well, search out there, fellas. You guys all see it just like I see it. There's plenty of guys out there saying, hey, my RC is doing 112, 115 miles an hour. No proof, no video. There's all kind of, you know, flaky stuff going on. Videos where people running them saying, hey, I'm in a 100-mile-an-hour club, no body on it and stuff like that. Listen, that's all well and fine, and I'm not trying to offend anybody, just my opinion. if you're going to get in the club, you should make it legit. So with that said, and without stepping on a lot of toes, and again, I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes. I'm just trying to take a field that has, to me, and a few other people that I've talked to have just run amok with people claiming and saying I'm doing this and I'm doing that. So what I decided to do, and understand, you don't have to go along with what I'm doing. If you want to say, hey, I got 100 mile an hour and I'm official, more power to you. That's all well. But what I've decided to do, with the help of a couple friends who are going to help me judge this thing, is start what I want to call the Triple Digit RC Club. Now, this Triple Digit RC Club is for guys that actually got out there, built their cars, not bought them, built them. You know, if you bought a roller, if you bought a kit or whatever, you took an RC and you modified it and you made it go that triple digit, meaning 100 miles an hour plus. This is for those people that actually put in the work and aren't afraid to actually show it. Clear and concise, not hidden GPS, not pan away from the speed trap, all that stuff. Listen, that's why I wanted 2 other judges with me. So for the people that submit videos, we look at them, we mull them over, we make sure everything's clear and concise, and we say, yes, hey, this cat's legit, he's part of the club. I'm not trying to take anything from anybody. Trust me, if you want to claim it, that's all well and fine. What I'm doing is trying to organize a field that has run amok. And when I say it's run amok, just do a search out there. You guys will see, just like I've seen and some of the other people have seen and some of the other comments, where guys are saying, hey, my Rustler's doing 100 miles an hour, or my DM1's doing 100 miles an hour, or my XO1's doing 100 miles an hour, or this car's doing this and this car's doing that. But there's no clear and concise proof. And it's a lot of it. I mean, it's enough to make you go, really? Okay. So with that said, I wanted to put some legitimacy, try to put some legitimacy back into this, try to make it, you know, where we're not dishonoring ourselves first off, and the guys that put this thing, that started this thing. If you go back and you watch some of Draven's videos, if you watch some of Ross Steele's videos, if you watch Breaking Wind's videos, these guys put in the work. You can clearly see they built their cars, they put the work in, and they got those cars legitimately to those numbers that they're posting with no BS, none, no hidden this, no hidden that. Yes, they don't show you the setups, which that's all well and fine. I searched, I looked, I researched, I asked people. If they didn't answer, no big deal. I'm going to keep going. I know I had one goal in mind, and that was to get that DM1 to the triple digit club, to 100 plus mile an hour. Now, with that said, I'm pulling myself out of it, because if you look at my first run where I got to 102 mile an hour, one of those passes was a flip. To me, that's not legitimate. I couldn't make 2 complete passes without it flipping. To me, it's not legit. So I'm back at the drawing board. I plan to get that thing 2 passes over 100 mile an hour to say, hey, my car is legit. It is in the club. I was able to start and finish on its wheels, 2 passes, no BS. And you guys will see every bit of it. I use my cap cam. I make sure it stays on the GPS so you can see that I'm clearing it. The numbers are legit. I'm not faking or flaking out. It is what it is. If I don't make it, I don't make it. I go back to the drawing board and I keep trying. And you guys know, if you go back to my early videos, it's been over a year when I started this thing, slow and surely, but I'm going to get there. Okay, so with that said, talked to a couple of my friends. We decided, hey, we're going to put this together. They're going to help me judge. We're going to call it the Triple Digit RC Club. Now, with that said, we came up with some rules, and I'll post these on the Facebook page, and the link to the Facebook page will be on there. Forgive me for this video being long, but it has to be to make this thing clear and concise. And if anybody wants a copy of these, I'd be more than willing to email you a copy of these rules. Here are the rules, and there's only 8 of them so far. Excuse me. First one, speed runs must be video recorded with clear and concise video. That's number 1. Clear and concise, meaning you're not hiding the GPS, you're not fanning away from it, we need to see it. I want to see you clear it. We want to see you reset it, all of that. Number 2, a GPS, radar gun, or speed trap can be used to measure the speed, but the video must show the item used to measure it has been cleared or zeroed out and must remain in sight before and after the run. If a GPS is used, we prefer a preview window or removal of the body shell to reveal the speed. If you got a preview window, or you can take the body off. We just want to see it. We want to see the GPS hasn't been tampered with. We want to see it's there, it's legit. And also that it's been zeroed out. If you want to cover up your setup, more power to you, that's fine. Just don't cover up the GPS. or don't interfere with the GPS. Excuse me. Number 3, all RCs must have a body shell, no exceptions. Look, fellas, we don't run our cars out there without windows and doors. If you're gonna say it's legit, put a body on it. And the reason being is, be like all the rest of us. You have to deal with those variances, the downforce, the aerodynamics, all of that. To me, putting just a chassis with some wheels and a motor on the ground and running it, that's just too easy. I mean, that's to me a cop out to cheat. Sorry if I hit anybody, if that rock that I threw hit anybody. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. It's just the way I feel, and we all thought that that's legitimate. Put a body on it. Run it with a body. Your car runs with a body on it. Your RC should also. If you enter a car, number 4, if you enter a car, you must drive it. If you built it, you drive it. You enter it, you drive it. If you put the work in, for me, if I want to put the work in on my car, I want to get the credit for it. Now, if you want to enter it and let the person that's just driving it take the credit, that's more power to you. But we're going to announce it as that person's car and that person driving and that person got into the club, not you. So if you build it, you drive it, you enter it, you drive it. Number 5, you must make at least 2 passes at 100 miles an hour or above. And we talked over this one, and I agree with my man that I was discussing it with. We want to make sure there's no one-hit wonders. 2 passes. Now, for you guys that's trying to break records, I understand you got heat issues to deal with, but all we're saying is get it over 100 miles an hour. I'm not asking you to break world records. You can safely, and you guys, if you go back and look at my videos, I'm not running a fan on my motor. You can safely make 2 passes over 100 miles an hour. You can. I'm not saying go out there and break, Nick Case's record or anything like that. To get in the club, you just want to get your car to 100 miles an hour or above. You can safely do 2 passes like that. I know, and a veteran told me so, and I trust this veteran. He can prove it. He's done it, and I've done it if you look at my videos. Okay, so 2 passes, at least 2 passes. And we want those to be on the same video. If at all possible, we need to try to make those on the same video. I don't want you to do one run today and then next week you come back and you do another run. We want to keep that all together. And just for the sake of us judges do also have other stuff to do that we want to make this thing legit and get you into the club as quick as possible. Number 6, speed runs must start and end with the car on the ground. No flips, launches, tumbles. Again, just like you guys said, and most of you guys agreed with me, a successful speed run starts on the ground and ends with the car on the ground on its wheels, not upside down, not crashes, no, none of that. Start it and end it the way the car should be run. Number 7, no, and I'm sorry, fellas, that's just me. It's a bought item, okay? It's a bought item. You're not building your way into the club. You're not getting into the club. Traxxas is. So for number 7 is especially dear to my heart. No box stock X01s. Okay, everybody knows the X01 can do 100 miles an hour. Everybody knows that, out of box form. And it does take some driving skills. But it's a bought car. This club is for the guys that actually put in the work. Buy an X01 and modify it. Buy an X01 roller like I did if you want to. I'm not saying X01's not allowed. I'm saying no box stock X01s. You can't go buy one off the shelf and say, hey, I ran at 100 miles an hour. I'm in a club. These are for guys that put in the work and got there. And there's a few guys that know what I'm talking about on this. If you have any questions, you can ask me, email me, hit me up, whatever. I'll be more than happy to answer. I just don't want to see any box stocks, anybody trying to buy their way in. Put in the work. I'm over a year doing it. And there's other fellows out there that have actually put in the work, and there are fellows out there that are putting in work now to get their cars there. I just think that's what this club is about. That's what to me, what the speed runs are about. Not buying it off the shelf, standing on the street, run it, and say, oh, I did 100 miles an hour. You didn't. The car did. You had nothing to do with it. Traxxas actually built the car. So buy an X01 roller if you want to enter X01. Buy an X01 roller, build it up, modify it, do what you need to do, and then enter it in the club. Okay. Number 8, and this one is for my veterans, because we pondered this one over, and I didn't want to. These guys put in work, and trust me, I'm not. I want everybody to have a chance, but I also want to honor these guys, because without them, a lot of us, without going back to them, without asking them a question, without them giving us some kind of hint or some kind of help, or us talking, or even just watching some of their speed runs and how they do things, a lot of us wouldn't be where we are. You can say what you want. We all know, if you go back and search a person's viewing history, you can see that if they've watched some of the veterans' videos, and you may not emulate them, but you may have gotten some idea, or or they may have helped you in some kind of way. So with that said, previous speed runs will be allowed, but we want them to be no less than 2 years old. Okay, no less than 2 years old. This is for those veterans. We really want them in the club because they paved the way. So if you got speed runs already out there, they're less than 2 years old, you want to submit them. As long as they meet all the other criteria, we'll take them, we'll review them, and put them in. Okay, here we go. So those are the 8 rules. Here's what we're going to accept. 8 scale limits. Okay, and I'm going to, again, this is going to pinch some people. I'm throwing that rock again in that pack of dogs. I'm sorry if you yelp. It's the way I see it. I've discussed it with my 2 judges, and we all agree on this. 8 scale limit. You can have any motor ESC combination, but the battery limit is 6S. Sorry, you 8S guys, it's 6S. And the reason being is it's overkill to me. You can put a 8S in almost any car if you can make it fit and get it down there to the 100. Let's put some work into it. It's a little harder getting that 6S, especially on a car as heavy as the DM1, to get to that 100 miles an hour. If you don't believe me, buy one and try it, or I'll send you mine, strip it down and send you mine, and you can try it with mine. Trust me, it's not that easy to get that heavy ass car to 100 miles an hour and keep it on the ground. Now, yes, some of the guys have made it look easy, but they're veterans at the game. I'm not taking anything away from anybody. There's one veteran, hell, his DM1, he makes it look easy. But trust me, when I got ready to do it, it's not as easy as it looks, especially with a 6S setup. So that's the limit. 6S, any body shell, any motor ESC combination for 8 scale. Now, for you 5th scale guys, if you want to throw them in there, I haven't seen any yet, but I'm sure they're coming because I know some guys that are working them towards there. 5th scale, 8S or higher, any body shell, any motor ESC combination. Okay? Again, if you need a copy of these, I'll be more than welcome to email them to you. They will be posted on the Facebook page, and that's a part of what's coming up next. Club awards. Okay? Upon acceptance, we're going to gather your information. We're going to send you out official triple digit RC paint mask and stickers. This is what took a while for to come in, was the stickers. That's you'll get 2 triple digit RC stickers, and those are stickers. They're just squared, 1 black and 1 white. I just finished actually designing the paint mask that we're going to use. I wanted to be something that stood out. And excuse me, that's printed kind of large, but it's because I want you guys to be able to see it. The triple digit RC paint mask will be just like this, but it'll be scaled to fit whatever vehicle you're going to put the paint mask on. Hey, it's a badge, and to me, I did it in a badge because it should be a badge of honor. Now here where it says 100 plus, if you want to supplement your actual speed of your car there, I'll be more than happy to put that in there and send it out. Or you can just leave it 100 plus mile an hour. It's up to you. You'll just need to let me know. Those are the official, what we're going to give away to get into the club. There's a bonus if you want to, and this is strictly on you. I'm not going to take on I won't take on the burden of paying for these myself. What I have done is I've come up with one simple design for the club, and then you guys, if you want, I'll gather your information. I'll do the design. I'll even set up the thing in custom ink because they were the cheapest people to do this the way I wanted it done. I will even set up the t-shirt, and it's a t-shirt. I'll do your design, set it all up, and email it to you. You can go on and purchase it yourself if you want to. It's not you have to do. I just think it would be something nice as a badge of honor. I'm going to give you guys a peek at what it looks like, or what it's going to look like. This came in a few weeks ago, but I was waiting on the stickers. So here's the shirt as I initially designed it. I'm going to try to get it unfolded here if you guys can just bear with me. This is the front of it. It says triple digit RC official member. Let's see if we can get this out. And I put the 102 on there because that's what my car hit, but it'll be whatever speed your car hits. And then below it here, it'll have your channel name if you want, like this. So this would actually be what the front would look like. Triple digit RC, your speed that you hit, official member, and your channel name. That's the front of the shirt. Now this is what goes on the back, and it's optional, or you can. It's up to you. This is the way I wanted the. This is what I want on the back, and it's a challenge. It's a challenge to all your YouTube subscribers. It's a challenge to people that you see. It lets them know that, hey, I did it. Can you? I did a picture of my DM1. You guys know that's the body I love for my DM1. But I even list the car that I did it with, and then my YouTube channel down here. So that's the front and the back of the t-shirt. Now that's totally optional. Again, I'm not taking on the burden of doing these. I have the design. The design is mine. I will put your information in there. I'll set up the design on Custom Ink and email you the design. You can go on there under your own email address and purchase it. It won't have anything to do with me. You'll set up your own account on there. You'll just pull up the design under your email address. And if you guys have had any dealing with Custom Ink, you understand what I'm saying. But I can set and do the design, or I can do the design and email it to you, and you can go on there and do the shirt. I chose Custom Ink one because a front and back design. This shirt was only $23 and some change shipped to my door. Once they got it designed. Now, it did take about a week and a half, maybe a week, for me to get it. But it's exactly how I wanted it. It's a pretty nice shirt. So that's an option if you want, but it's an option that you're going to pay for. I'm not going to take on that. I do have a family to support. And I like being in a hobby. So I will be doing the paint mask and the stickers. I have decided that I'm going to take on that. Because I have gotten a pretty good deal on that. And again, the paint mask is just something I can do and get done without, with what I have right now. And the vinyl's not that expensive. So those are the awards. What I also plan to do, and I've already set it up if you guys want to, a lot of us are on YouTube and we're on Facebook. I've set up the Triple Digit RC Facebook page. It's already up. I've already clicked on and added myself as a friend or as a friend to it. Just another way to acknowledge those guys, the members, the people that have gotten into the Triple Digit RC Club. And what I plan to do is also do a member spotlight, a weekly member spotlight. As people get in, send out a questionnaire. You fill it out and send it back to me with a picture that you want, if you want to take a picture with your car or whatever, and send it to me. And we post you on the Facebook page, member spotlight. A little bit of information. What got you into the hobby? What's your favorite car? What was your highest speed? We're not going to ask questions about setups, and I don't want any personal information. Just stuff about the hobby. Just try to drive some more traffic to the hobby. If you guys are, like I said, if you guys are like me, you have a Facebook page and you have a YouTube page, and it's just to help drive some more traffic. The judging, and this is for myself and the two judges. There'll be 3 judges. If you submit a video to get into the club, there'll be 3 judges. We'll all review the video, and if 2 of the judges say, hey, it's legit, you're in. If only 1 judge says it, we may ask you to resubmit the video. Or we may say, hey, look, we don't feel like this is correct. You might want to redo the video, resend it to us. We want to make sure that people getting in are getting in legitimately, not no fake and flake, no anything like that. One thing I will say, if you submit a video, and I know I live in Texas, it's flat mostly around here, except the hill country. If you have to run your car on the hill, I'm going to ask that you run it uphill, not downhill. Just keep it even. I don't want to hear the gripes and complaining. Well, he ran downhill. He should go. Listen, just run it uphill. If it's going to do 100+ miles downhill, it's going to do 100+ miles uphill. Trust me, it's not going to make that big of a difference unless you're on a huge incline, and then you probably shouldn't be doing speed runs anyway on a hill with an incline like that. Okay. Again, I've said I pulled myself out. I'm going to be resubmitting videos once I'm able to get back out and do some runs. My 2 judges, and I'm going to ask that I'm going to ask someone, a friend or another guy in the RC, to be at 3rd judge. They're going to look at my video. They're going to decide whether I'm in. And bang, we go from there. And I'll set up all my stuff. I'm not excluding myself from these same rules that I'm putting forth in the club. And that goes the same for the 2 judges that are going to be helping me. They both have agreed that when they're ready to get their cars in there, that me, the other judge, and we're going to get a third guest judge are going to look at their video, judge it, and decide whether they met all the criteria and met the rules set forth. Anyway, that's what I got. I'm going to apologize for the long video. Time for me to get off my feet again. Let me know what you guys think. It's going ahead whether people agree with me or not. Again, doesn't really matter to me. If you want to, it's not. I'm not taking anything away from anyone. I'm not saying that your car is not legitimate. Hey, it's up to you. I'm just saying I'm trying to put some legitimacy back and some organization back into something that has gone amok. So with that said, I'm going to close this video. Again, I apologize for it being so long. Rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. It's your boy GGJ Fly Guy. We're going to sign out. Oh, again, the link to the Facebook page will be at the bottom of this video if you guys want to go over there and look at it and see. Later.